welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We're not just, skimming the surface today. We're really plunging into something that can genuinely change how you grow, how you learn. We're tackling the comfort zone.
The comfort zone. Familiar territory for everyone, really.
Right. But it's not really a place, is it? It's more like a mental habit. That space where everything feels, easy, safe.
Safe, yes. But also limiting.
Exactly. It keeps things slow, keeps things small. You know that little voice? The one that says, I'll try that later. Or, I'm just not ready yet.
Or the classic, what if I mess up?
That's it. That's the comfort zone talking. So our mission today really is to unpack how we can step out of that habit, get more confidence, more success, especially when you're learning something tough, like a new language.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive in.
It's funny how subtle it is. People feel stuck, maybe bored, a bit unmotivated, frustrated even.
Mm-hmm.
And they often don't know why. It's like hitting an invisible wall. You don't even know it's there until you try to push past it.
An invisible wall.
Yeah.
Built from what?
Mostly fear, wouldn't you say? Fear of looking silly, fear of rejection, making mistakes, not being perfect.
Yeah, all that stuff.
But here's the thing, those fears, they're completely normal. It's just part of being human. It's not weakness, it's resistance. That's the feeling our sources talk about, that little whisper pulling you back saying, stay here, it's safer.
Resistance. Okay.
But here's a powerful idea we found. You don't grow by feeling ready. You grow by moving anyway.
Whoa, okay. Moving anyway. That really turns things on its head, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So much of the time, we wait until we feel ready.
Exactly. We wait for the fear to go away.
So if fear isn't just a stop sign,
Mm-hmm.
what is it then? How should we, think about that feeling?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting. What if fear isn't danger, but more like a signal? A signal to pay attention.
Pay attention. Because something important is happening.
Potentially, yes. It could mean you're about to do something meaningful. Like if you're scared to speak English, maybe it's because speaking English really matters to you.
Huh. Okay. Reframing fear as a signpost, not a barrier.
Right. And the sources give us some great language for this. They talk about productive discomfort.
Productive discomfort.
Yeah, the kind of unease that actually helps you grow. It pushes you. And then there's the flip side, comfort addiction.
Comfort addiction, like wanting to stay cozy even if it costs you.
Precisely. Staying in ease even when it means missing out on progress. So the goal isn't to always feel comfortable. It's more about feeling uncomfortable with purpose.
Uncomfortable with purpose. I like that. Connects it to a bigger picture.
It does. And, if we accept that, it raises a really important question. How do we actually start moving when that wall, that resistance feels so high?
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? How do you start?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like you need to do something huge or terrifying.
Not at all. No crazy risks needed. It's more about doing something just new, unfamiliar, something that kind of stretches your brain a little.
Stretches your brain.
This is where the idea of micro challenges comes in. Tiny, manageable tasks that gently push you.
Micro challenges.
Yeah.
Like what? Give me some examples.
Okay. The sources suggest things like, say, recording just a 1-minute voice message in English, just to hear yourself.
Okay, that sounds doable.
Or maybe finding an online forum about something you like in English and just writing one comment.
One comment, not a whole essay.
Exactly. Or, if you're usually quiet in a class or a meeting, maybe just asking someone, hey, what do you think about? Instead of staying silent.
Small steps.
Tiny steps. But each little win builds something really crucial. Our sources call it self-trust.
Self-trust. That makes sense. Like proving to yourself bit by bit that you can do it.
Exactly. It's like the fuel for fluency, as one source put it.
The fuel of fluency. I love that.
Yeah.
But then there's this paradox you mentioned, right? That the comfort zone feels safe.
But it's actually the riskiest place to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's that work. How can safety be risky?
Well, think about it. When you consistently avoid discomfort, what are you also avoiding?
Growth.
Growth. Exactly. And over time, that lack of growth chips away at your confidence. It leads to self-doubt. Your dreams start to feel smaller. You settle for less. That safe feeling, it slowly turns into a kind of prison.
Wow. A prison.
Yeah. The term for this is stagnation. No movement, no progress, like water that just sits there.
Right.
It gets stale.
Right, stagnant water.
Your confidence, your creativity, your ability to speak English fluently, they need motion. They need practice, challenge to thrive.
So when that fear pops up,
You need to ask yourself a tough question. Is this fear actually protecting me, or is it just preventing me?
protecting or preventing.
Because sometimes staying safe is actually the most dangerous choice you can make for your future.
So stagnation is like an active decay. That puts a different spin on it, makes it feel more urgent. If staying put is the real risk, how do we get going? Especially when we just don't feel motivated. Do we just wait for inspiration to strike?
That's another fascinating twist from the sources. They basically say, forget waiting for motivation.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need motivation to act. You need action to create motivation.
Action creates motivation, not the other way around.
Exactly. We get caught in this trap, right? Waiting to feel ready, waiting for the perfect moment, getting stuck, just thinking and thinking.
Overthinking. Yep, been there.
We all have. But the sources offer this really powerful idea. Action creates clarity.
Action creates clarity. Okay, unpack that. What does it mean in practice?
It means you don't figure things out just by thinking. You figure them out by doing. Think about learning to ride a bike.
Okay.
Did you sit around reading physics books about balance first?
No, definitely not.
No. You got on the bike, you wobbled, you probably fell off a few times.
Tricky time.
You tried again, and eventually, through the action of trying, falling, adjusting, you started moving forward. Clarity came from the doing.
Right, not from understanding gravity beforehand.
Exactly. And learning English, it's the same process. You have to speak, even if you stumble over words, you listen, even if you don't catch everything, you repeat, you try, you grow through the action.
It's about doing, not just thinking about doing.
Yes. And another way the sources put it is, train, don't just try.
Train, don't just try. What's the difference there?
Well, trying can feel a bit casual, maybe half-hearted. Training, though, that implies commitment, repetition, pushing yourself consistently, even when it's uncomfortable, like an athlete trains.
Okay, so it's about deliberate practice, not just dipping a toe in.
Precisely. And the really cool thing is, there's actual science behind why this works. It's called neuroplasticity.
Neuroplasticity, I've heard that term. The brain changing itself.
That's exactly it. Your brain isn't fixed like concrete. It's more like a plasticine. It can literally rebuild, rewire, and improve itself based on what you do consistently.
So every time I try to speak English, even if it feels awkward,
you are physically changing your brain. You're strengthening connections, building new pathways. That feeling of discomfort, that awkwardness, that's often a sign that your brain is actually expanding, working hard, rewiring.
wow. So the discomfort is actually progress.
It's a signal of progress, a sign that new learning is happening. It's really quite fascinating. You're not just learning vocabulary or grammar. You are literally rewiring yourself for success.
Rewiring yourself for success.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful way to think about it. Okay, so this whole process, getting out of the comfort zone, it's not like a one-time thing, is it? You don't just quit it and you're done.
Not at all. It's more like a lifestyle shift. It's about choosing to live outside it day by day.
So how do we make that happen? How do we make it a habit, a lifestyle?
Well, one practical suggestion is to build a small daily practice. Maybe ask yourself each morning, okay, what's one small thing I can do today that scares me just a little, but will help me grow a lot?
Just one small thing. That feels manageable.
It is. And the key here isn't perfection. You'll have good days and bad days. The key is consistency. Just keep showing up. Keep taking those small steps.
And that consistency builds. something.
It builds momentum. You know that
Yeah.
feeling when you get rolling on something, that energy?
Yeah.
That's momentum. It builds from consistent effort, even tiny effort, especially when it's hard. And as you build that momentum, slowly but surely, your comfort zone actually starts to expand. It gets bigger. It stops feeling like a cage.
So the zone itself changes. It grows with you.
Exactly, that old, small comfort zone, that represents your past limitations. But the growth zone, the space you create by stepping out, that's your future.
Wow. The growth zone is your future.
Yeah. Ultimately, our sources seem to agree. If you want to reach your goals, whatever they are, you have to be willing to leave the familiar behind. You have to step into the unknown, even when it feels uncertain.
So what's the bottom line here? What does this all really mean for someone listening right now?
I think it means choosing. Choosing challenge over comfort. Choosing change over stagnation. Choosing to be, well, productively uncomfortable, maybe even every single day. Because that space, that's where the real stuff happens. That's where fluency lives, where confidence grows, where you find freedom.
That really brings it all together. Okay, that wraps up our deep dive on moving beyond the comfort zone. The big takeaway. Your comfort zone, yeah, it has limits, but your potential for growth, that's limitless.
Absolutely.
Remember, you weren't born to play small. You were born to speak, to grow, to lead, to live beyond those old boundaries.
Yeah.
And maybe the ultimate paradox here is if you keep embracing that productive discomfort, eventually growth itself starts to feel like your new comfort zone.
That's a fascinating thought. And maybe consider this. If your brain really is constantly rewiring itself based on your actions, just think about the kind of powerful neural pathways you're building every time you actively choose to face that discomfort, every time you take one of those micro challenges. What kind of brain are you building then? Maybe just identify one tiny thing, one micro challenge from today's discussion that you could try later today. Just one small step.